Okay, so you know that feeling, right? That very specific panic. You're maybe 5 minutes from a big presentation, you plug your laptop into the projector and just nothing.
The black screen. Or maybe you get that awful flicker that just sort of gives up.
Yes, a flicker that settles into this blurry, pixelated mess. It's the
It's
worst.
the classic digital handshake nightmare. You've got
Right.
two devices trying to talk, and they basically decided to speak different languages.
And that is exactly why we're digging into the Key Digital KD DA1x4DC today. Now, on the box, it says 1x4 4K HDMI distribution amplifier, which I know sounds a little dry.
It does.
But reading through the specs, this thing is basically a translation layer. It's designed to stop that flickering panic from ever happening.
And you just hit on the most important word there, amplifier.
Right.
So many people see 1x4, 1 in, 4 out, and they just think splitter. But there is a world of difference.
Because a simple passive splitter is kind of like putting a Y connector on a garden hose.
Exactly.
If you open 4 sprinklers, the water pressure just tanks at every single one.
That's a perfect analogy. This device uses what Key Digital calls a full buffer system. So instead of just dividing the stream, it buffers the incoming data, cleans it up, and then regenerates a brand new full-strength signal for all 4 of those outputs. It manages TMDS reclocking.
I looked into that TMDS part. That's essentially fixing the timing of the data, isn't it?
It is.
So, like, if the signal arriving is a bit slurred from a long cable run, this box listens, understands it.
And then shouts it out, crisp and clear, to all the displays. That's a great way to visualize it.
And you need that shouting power, I guess, because of the sheer bandwidth we're dealing with. This pushes 18 gigabits per second.
Which is the magic number for real 4K.
Yeah.
If you want 4K resolution at, say, 60 frames per second, you need that massive pipe.
Anything less, and the system just chokes.
It chokes. And that bandwidth also carries HDR10, so you're not just getting more pixels, you're getting that incredible dynamic range. The deep blacks, the bright whites.
But here's the part that really sold me on why this matters. The speed is great, but the really smart feature is the 4K to 1080p downconvert.
Ah, the mixed display problem.
Yes. I feel like every single office has this problem.
Oh, it's the most common AV headache. You've got a beautiful new 4K projector on the ceiling.
But the little monitor on the podium for the presenter is still an old 1080p screen.
And that's where it all goes wrong. The laptop sees that old monitor and it panics. It just drops the resolution for everything down to 1080p to be safe.
So your expensive 4K projector ends up looking blurry because of a cheap monitor on a desk, the lowest common denominator effect.
Exactly. This device gets in the middle. It tells the laptop, hey, send me full 4K. It passes that 4K right through to the projector.
Okay.
But then it independently scales down the signal for that little 1080p monitor.
So it's basically tricking the system into working perfectly for both screens. That's huge.
It saves the budget, for sure. You don't have to upgrade everything at once. And to make sure that happens smoothly, it also manages the ED-DIDE handshaking.
The ID card for the monitor.
Right. Sometimes a display is slow to identify itself. This unit has an internal library of 15 different handshakes. If a screen is being shy, the device basically forges its ID card and forces the connection to happen instantly.
Which stops that blinking black screen while they figure things out. And I saw it's also HDCP 2.2 compliant, which is vital if you're trying to play, Netflix or a Blu-ray.
Otherwise, the copy protection just kills the feed.
Yeah.
This ensures the content actually plays. And we shouldn't forget the audio.
Right. It's not just video.
It handles all the lossless formats, Dolby Atmos, DTS HD, but it also has audio de-embedding.
That's that port on the side, right? It lets you pull the sound out of the HDMI cable.
Correct. So if you're in a sports bar or a big conference room, you can strip that audio and run it directly to a proper amplifier and a PA system. You're not stuck with 10 TV speakers.
And it's all packed into this tiny black metal box. It's small, maybe 7 inches wide, but it feels really solid.
It is. It's built for a server rack, not a showroom. And Key Digital puts a 3-year warranty on it, which tells me they expect this thing to sit in a hot closet and just run 24/7 without a single complaint.
It really is the definition of an unsung hero, isn't it? We spend all this money on the screens and the media players.
And none of it works if this little black box in the middle drops the ball.
It's pretty incredible. As we all push toward 8K and beyond, the pipes we use to move all that data are becoming just as sophisticated as the screens we watch them on.
The plumbing is becoming as important as the faucet.
It's something to think about. Next time you sit down to watch a movie or see a really crisp presentation, just ask yourself, how much of this invisible, intelligent infrastructure is working like crazy in the background just to keep those pixels lit?